Today is International Literacy Day, with a spotlight on South Africa's literacy crisis, with a staggering 8 in every 10 learners aged 10 years old not being able to read for meaning. The Safer South Africa Foundation sought to tackle this crisis head-on by commemorating this day with a debate competition for school pupils from across the country. The Youth4SaferSA Debate Debate Championship took place under the theme promoting multilingual education, literacy and mutual understanding of peace. One of the winners of this competition is Thoriso Skosana from Mpumalanga, who now joins us. Thoriso, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Firstly, congratulations on winning this competition. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Thank you so much for the congratulations. It's honestly out of this world. All the sleepless nights, the training, it wasn't in vain, and I'm glad that it wasn't. It feels amazing.
For many people watching, asking themselves, well, what is the link between literacy, being able to read for meaning, and a debate competition? How do these two things connect? Perhaps take us to the behind the scenes in the preparation for a debate round or a debate competition, and the skill sets that it hones in you, but also requires you to activate.
All right. For debate, you need to learn how to critically think, and you also need to have understanding. In order to effectively debate, you need to be given a topic, look at that topic, understand the topic, what it requires from you, and then critically think how you can debate that topic or how you can present that topic. And then you also need to go into in-depth research. You need to look at current affairs. You need to look at current examples that have happened recently, especially with the Safer South Africa. We had to look at examples in South Africa specifically. So you need to know how to critically think. You need to know how to understand. You need to know how to research. And most importantly, you need to know how to structure your speech. So those skills in debate does help with literacy and reading and understanding and grasping a concept or a piece of words.
Yeah. And so many people might also wonder, well, yeah, sure, I get it. It's you know, it's great. You need to be able to learn to read for meaning, but also very specifically be able to do research, use that research effectively in being able to construct an argument. But surely there are easier ways to get South African young people engaged in literacy. Just give them books. What would you say to those who think that there are easier ways to get literacy stimulated in South Africa, and that debate might be not very accessible to many learners in many schools across the country, and maybe very difficult, time-consuming, and take a lot of resources as opposed to just giving them books?
Well, with debates, the resources needed, it's worth it. You don't only just learn critical thinking and understanding and everything that I've mentioned. You learn how to collaborate with people. You learn how to work well with people. And in some instances, especially with the Safer South Africa program, you learn how to lead. They develop you into being a leader, and debate does that. It develops you into taking charge when necessary. So debate helps with you learning how to work with people, you learning how to communicate with people, which is very essential. And I think that all the resources or all the time needed for such a thing is worth it in the long run.
Yeah. Do you mind sharing one of the topics that came up in this debate competition and what the case was that you had presented in it?
Okay, so the topic was essentially about the government of national unity. And so we were 5 speakers on the stage. The first speaker was the president. I was first speaker, and I had to act as president. Second, third, and fourth speaker and fifth speaker were ministers. The first speaker was the Minister of Education. Second speaker was the Minister of Police. Third speaker was the Minister of Employment and Labor. And fourth speaker was the Minister of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation. So essentially what we had to do is we had to take the aims and the intents of the GNU, and then in those very specific sectors such as education, police, employment and labor, and etc., the ministers had to contextualize their aims into their specific sectors. So the Minister of Education had to take, GNU aims and bring them into education and find ways on how to revolutionize education. So the different ministers had to give strategies to revitalize and revolutionize their different sectors. And I, as president, I was just laying the groundwork for the collective journey, which is the GNU. And then the Minister of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation was summarizing everything that had been said. So that was...
Yeah. And just a last question, Thoriso. You're still a high school student, incredibly articulate, an incredible critical thinker, as demonstrated by the fact that you're one of the winners of this competition. Does this in any way influence the sort of career path you might want to follow?
Oh, it does, 100%. I want to go into public speaking or radio presenting. You see what you're doing, I'd love to go into that. I'd love to be a spokesperson of an organization. Anything that requires me to lead or speak and collaborate with others, which is exactly what this program has pushed me to do. It's something that I'd love to do in my career. So this has influenced me 100%.
Thoriso, thank you so much for your time, and once again, congratulations on your critical acclaimed victory at the Youth4SaferSA Debate Championship. Thoriso Skosana, one of the winners there.